So I have a TM here, which I've called passworded. There's only 25 TUs in it, but if I click on my export button, I get this translation memory password because that's what I put in there. So before I show you this, I just want to make sure that you haven't realized that if you're on the same computer, you should be able to double click it and open it. And I didn't have to put a password in there. And then use the export from there, and it will let you do it. Export to TMX, save it, replace it, finish, exported the units, and they're done. And if I go back to here, there's my exported one now, and if I open it up, there's all my there's my TMX. So I could recover all of the TUs that way. But what I want to do is show you, just in case I made a mistake there and remembering something or something like that, or just in case I was just completely wrong, you can recover that information by using TM Fusion to some extent, and I'll explain how that works. So once you've installed TM Fusion, I've got a little shortcut for it up there, but it looks like this. You then need to copy a path to the SDLTM, because this is designed, in fact it'll probably just find it, open it up, and if I go to that folder, yep, I can see all my SDLTMs, pick the password of the SDLTM and it'll open it up. Now in theory I should be able to export it from here, but I can tell you this is not working. At least it's not for me. You could try it, and you can just export straight from here to TMX and it will probably work. And the reason it works is because the password is not held on a TM. You can't password protect a SQL database. So the password control is in Studio. So when you take it out and do it somewhere else, you should be able to do something with it. So what I can do is I can go to the execute SQL. That's what I'm going to have to do because the export doesn't work for me otherwise. And if you run that script I gave you, and you have to do it in here as opposed to using SQL DB browser for SQLite, which this is based on, simply because this SDLTM friendly text is a bit of custom, is a custom command that's been built within TM Fusion, so it helps you get all the text. So for example, if I just run that now, you can see that it pulls out, without all the rest of the stuff that you'll see gets stored aside this, the clean translation units, and they're all there. It probably strips tags out as well though, so you're going to lose that, I think. You might get it in there. I haven't tested that to see, but anyway, it gives you at this point, and then what you do is you click on that little button there to save the results view, which is this view down here, and export to CSV. I'm going for a comma CSV, comma separated CSV, because it'll probably be, it might be tab as the default, so make sure you change that to a comma and save it. Decide where you want to put it, and I'm going to call it my no password .csv and save that. It's completed. If I close this now, I come back to here, so now I've got my CSV, and if I open that up in my CSV editor, you can see I've now got everything in there in the CSV, source and target, and there's nothing else in there, so it's all nice and clean. And from that point it's really simple. What you can do is you take the glossary converter, so I'll go to that one, go to the settings. If I just add these things, so I'll show you how to do this in case you didn't know. Pick the format you want to go from, which is going to be an Excel CSV. Go directly to an SDL, where's it gone? SDL translation memory, SDLTM, and add. So you've added that into the conversion CSV to TM. Click on OK, and then you take the CSV, you drag it into the glossary converter like that. I'm not quite sure really what to do here, but actually that one I do not want that one. It's ignored anyway, so I don't want that. So this one is the language, and I'll make that English. Just click English, and I'll just make it, I'll just go for simple English because Studio will sort that out. So I've got my source, my target, make sure they've got 2 languages, English and German there, and then say OK. It's then going to come back and tell you, because it does an extra check, so even though I ignored that third field, it's not going to pick it up. So you need to make sure that you've told it what the source language is, it's the source, what the target language is, it's the target, and then click OK. It'll run through and do a conversion. How long that takes will depend on how big your file is, I guess. And when I export it, there's my TM, no password.sdltm. And then if I go back to Studio, let me just close that. And if I open the no password SDLTM that I've just created, there's my TM reconfigured again. And if I close that and try to export that one, no password export, it's going to do it for me without a problem because there's no password on it. So that is your workaround.